This is Sean Cunningham with the Cunningham Group at RE/MAX Advantage here in Las Vegas. I specialize with first-time homebuyers, and our team has developed a program we call Dreams Delivered, which is an 8-step program to becoming a homeowner. Let's talk about the first step in the home buying process. I always recommend the clients to begin with the lender first. And the reason we do that is a lender can help you determine the best loan program for you. They can also help you determine your closing costs and your monthly payment. There are 3 types of loan programs: the conventional for most home buyers, an FHA, which works for first-time home buyers and home buyers that have credit issues, and then VA, which is for veterans. The second step to buying a home is to get ready to buy, and that's the gap between when you speak to the lender and when we actually are ready to look for a home. And for some home buyers, that gap can be very quick. It can be a couple days. For some home buyers, it can be a year or longer, depending on what their credit situation is. A lot of people, especially in Vegas, need time to get ready to buy a house, and our lenders are very good at taking them through that process to help them determine what they need to pay down on their debt and also how to improve their credit score. The third step in the home buying process is to sit down and do a home buyer consultation at the office. And this is what separates the average realtor from what we do. We sit down with every buyer, usually for about 30 minutes to an hour, and we determine what your wants and needs are. We determine what kind of part of town you want to live in. We go through our home buyer guide, and we also will look at properties on the big screen in our office and determine which homes are going to match your criteria. And the reason we do it is we can narrow down from 30 search criteria to 10 and actually have a much more effective day of looking at property. The next step in the home buying process is finding a home. And this is always exciting for our clients because we get to go in the field and look at properties on the inside for the first time. We narrow down the properties that we are looking at in the office first, and we try to get to usually around 7 to 9 properties in one day that we're looking at. And our goal is within 1 to 2 showing appointments to find that dream home for you. If we can't do it for some reason, we set you up on a search where you'll get notified immediately via email when a property hits the market that matches your criteria, and then we'll go take a look at it. The next step in the home buyer process is to negotiate the purchase. And we do that after we've found the property that matches your criteria, you love the house, we submit the offer. And when we submit the offer, our job is to determine, based on the seller's situation, how much we can negotiate. And typically, if a property's been listed for several months, we have a better chance of negotiating a lower price or even getting some contributions towards your closing costs. Whereas if it's been listed for 1 day or less than a week, or if there are multiple offers, we may have less opportunity to negotiate. And these are things that we discuss when the time comes to submit the offer. The next step is the due diligence period, which is a very important part of the home buying process. Your offer has been accepted by the seller, you've secured the property, so it's an exciting time. And my job is to make sure that you get information on the property to help you know what you're getting into. And we do that by hiring a home inspector to go and prepare a report on the property. And the home inspector's job is to do a visual inspection. They look at the roof, they'll crawl in the attic for you, they check all the systems in the plumbing. If they think there are issues in the property, we can send out an HVAC technician, a roofer, a plumber, or other technician to look at the property further at that time. Also part of the due diligence period is you'll get disclosures from the seller, which will tell you about what they know on the property. We'll also get you a copy of your homeowners association documents so you understand the rules and regulations of the community. Once that's completed, the lender orders the appraisal, and the appraisal is very important because the lender needs to determine that the value of the property is there. And the appraiser also on FHA and VA loans will look for habitability, and they may require further repairs to be done by the seller at that time. The next step in the home buying process is to sign your closing paperwork. And basically what you're doing is you're signing your entire life away to the lender. It's a very fun part of the process for home buyers, but it's important for you because that's when you get to see your note, you get to see you confirm that your loan is what you expect it to be, and you sign your documents. Now in the state of Nevada, when you sign your documents, usually 2 to 3 days after that, you'll get your keys to the property. The final step in the home buying process is to get your keys and moving day. And this happens usually 2 to 3 days after you've signed your closing documents and wired in your funds. And I will meet you at the property with the keys to the property. I'll give you a big hug and we'll take a picture with the sold sign and you'll be an official homeowner. Congratulations.